If you really don't trust me, come with a real. You been a front seat, get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling that tank, rolling with the gang. You sick and I on the sideline trip. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, and welcome to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm Easy, joined by Spimo Rax.
What up, though?
Young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave Mario. Draft Day. Actually, we can't sing that guy anymore. Oh, no, we can still sing that guy. He's still got some names.
I mean,
you can sing that guy if you like children.
Yeah, and what was his age at the time of the person he shouted out?
What?
The person that the artist shouted out in that song, was he of age?
I just said Draft Day. It's Draft Day.
Yeah, but we know the bar.
For A. Wiggins.
Draft Day, great movie. Great movie.
Johnny Manziel.
He's definitely of age.
Yeah, he's of age. What do you mean?
Okay, just checking. You gotta check these days with him.
Definitely gotta check.
To be fair, he never, outside of the actress
Millie Bobby Brown and the girl he kissed on stage that was 16.
And the other girls.
Yeah.
And he just followed Mos Def's daughter, who just turned 18 last week.
Yeah. And then,
I remember you said
18.
something like gonna happen. You were like just saying it. Did he
no,
really
he was,
kiss her?
bro. He was kissing her on stage, and then she came out and she said she was 16, and he was like,
17, yeah. He said, "Aw, damn, I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but I don't regret feeling your breasts and kissing you." I swear,
bro,
look it up.
Yikes.
I'm not lying.
yeah.
I'm not lying. I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous, and you're looking at me with that
He
smirk.
said breasts.
Yes,
Chris, I don't believe you. You have to pull the video.
look it up.
Talking about nobody underage, you think we're going to be bringing in some 19-year-olds to Detroit tonight?
Sick transition.
He cuts the guy with the mustache.
No, do you guys think
Bring in the kids.
You think we'll be bringing in 18.68-year-olds?
I hope we
guys
trade with Memphis. That's what I hope.
I agree. I hope we trade the pick tonight.
Oh,
Because there was that report that Memphis is looking to trade multiple first-round picks to get him to the top 5.
Yes.
Three of them things.
Treat them things.
Listen, I love Key Glock. I love the city of Memphis.
No, you don't.
Bro, I've never been to Memphis, but I do love Key Glock.
I love
Shout
Memphis
out
rappers.
Key Glock.
Yeah, Memphis rappers are awesome.
Glorilla was talking about Beyonce when she said, "I love her music."
Yeah, her music.
Yeah,
Key Glock. Glaucoma 2 is one of my favorite albums that's dropped in a while. Yes, Memphis Grizzlies. Please trade us multiple first-round picks. You can have number 5.
The Detroit Pistons hired a new VP, Vice President of Basketball Operations.
Yeah.
Dennis Lindsey worked formerly with Trajan Langdon.
Worked with Trajan Langdon
I believe
before.
with the Spurs and with the Rockets. And I didn't look at
Jazz and Rockets, right?
The Jazz and Rockets?
Jazz and Rockets, I believe.
Yes, I believe you're right. Lindsey instructed Utah Jazz, Rigo Bear. Let me see.
I heard Jazz.
Bless you.
Sir.
Langdon and Lindsey, who spent years with the Spurs and Rockets. No, it was Spurs and Rockets. But Lindsey did work with the Jazz as well.
Okay,
that's where the split happened. Either way, I kind of want to know like the time span. I guess the years they were in San Antonio. Maybe I should have did that as part of my job here. But if it's during the good old days, the glory days, it doesn't matter if it's the glory days or not. Actually, there's a lot of basketball wisdom in that building. I'm pretty damn sure of it.
It's a lot of guys that have seen a lot of good basketball that have built a lot of good teams. So yeah, you like to see that, and they've all worked before together. And I saw James Edwards, shout out James Edwards, the GOAT again, put out there, like, don't worry, don't get mixed up in the titles. Like, it's Trajan Langdon's team. He's like, I didn't know people would be so confused about it. The guy running the team is the one they had a press conference for.
Yeah, VP.
Yeah.
Is
the vice president of it, so it's working under him. And so, yeah, I'm happy. It's just another good mind to have in there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say this person by name, but they're like, oh, this is Tom Gore's hiring. And then obviously there's a relationship between Lindsey and Trajan that I feel like.
Well, let me provide context to
I didn't say
what
that
I've
person's
heard.
name. You made it kind of obvious.
No. This is why people are concerned about that, is because that was supposedly Tom Gore's choice for the president of basketball operations. So while he didn't get the job and he's now in the front office and now he is the guy that Tom Gore is the owner of the team who ultimately will have always, no matter what the most say, no matter what is said, because you own the franchise, that was his choice.
Can I ask where this information is coming from?
I've heard it from several credible sources, like people that I trust personally.
Who?
I'm not gonna say on air.
You can't be name
I'm gonna
dropping.
say on air,
Protected
but-
sources.
Yeah.
We shall see. I do know this though. They both.
Well, I'm not the only one that shares that theory too, by the way. And I'm saying it's just a possibility. It's just something to look at, because it is interesting that Gore's choice is now brought in.
I mean, this definitely is a little bit of a yin and yang situation though, because obviously you like that they worked in collaborative effort previously, and like the situations were obviously worked out. At least I don't know again the timeline of the Spurs, but I'm assuming it was back when shit was popping. But the part of it where it might get a little shaky, Park Your Son, is the fact that they're both interviewed for this job.
Mm-hmm.
One guy got it, one guy didn't. Is there going to be any petty bullshit along with it?
I mean, I would assume not. I don't think he would have accepted the position if he was going to be, all petty about not getting the original one that he applied for. So it's just another good mind to have in there, a guy to, talk with Trajan when they're making these decisions, and it's just another good piece of building a very, very good front office that we're seeing and that I like. I like these moves. This is what I wanted to see. You clean house, you bring in new basketball minds, you give them the keys.
Yep.
So hopefully, Trajan Langdon has the keys to this car and he is the one driving it.
Yeah, look at Trajan Langdon, Scott Perry, Jens Lindsey, John Hammond. I mean, I think it was Pistons talk to put out there, building like a super team in that front office.
Mm-hmm.
If they obviously can get along well, play nice.
Yeah. No, the resumes themselves are completely impressive. We talked about that with Trajan the first day we hired him, was that these resumes that they have in this front office, this experience, this mindset should all transition very well. You're talking about Troy Weaver, the last guy, who was somebody that came from a respected organization, was respected around the league, but didn't necessarily have the highest level of resume. That was more kind of potential. That was more kind of chance that you were tapping into. This resume of these front office people, like, there is a lot more to be confident about if the hierarchy, if the structure is correctly placed and efficient. But there's nothing that stands out on the resumes as flaws. These guys have all come from, video coordinator, like worked their way up several levels to get here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a good collection of basketball minds. Let's just hope they can execute it right.
And it's guys that have relationships with a lot of players in the NBA, current players in the NBA, guys who are going to be free agents, guys who you might want to get as a part of this team. So, when we talk about the Pistons being the laughingstock of the NBA and guys not wanting to come here, well, some of these guys that you brought in the front office might sway certain players to be like, okay, I've worked with him before. I've been employed by him before. I like the way they do business. We'll go there.
Yeah. And I didn't mean to press you or discredit you at all. I thought it was a report, not like a source thing. I apologize about that.
No. I mean, like I said, I'm not even myself fully bought into it. But I mean, after the debacle of the last 15 years, like, how can you not look at something like that and just raise your eyebrow? That's all I'm saying to it. I'm not speaking from factual. The only fact I know is that Gores liked Lindsey for the president of basketball operations position, and he is now in an advisor role.
Listen, I hope it works out. Obviously, we'll be covering the draft tonight with Kool-Aid, Broder. I may make an appearance. I don't know if Caleb's staying or not. Nick, you staying?
I'll be there.
Chris will be there?
Mm-hmm.
Chris will be there. There's a lion ass. I'm playing. You did lie about the staggering shit, though. That was crazy.
No, man.
2 days ago.
No, I think you're just completely arguing the staggering point wrong.
No, I think you just don't understand. I don't think you understand what it is.
All I'm saying is every team staggers players. Now, you're saying that the level they stagger is different. Yes, that's all.
But to bring it up when you know it's a completely different situation, like where you're staggering guys just for them to be more effective on the court.
Yep, they've played on the court opposite times before. They're staggered.
Yeah, exactly. And pulling that shit was kind of like,
it's not pulling that shit. I was just pointing out that fact. As long as you agree with that, then we can keep going.
But it was a weird thing to point out. It's like it's not the same.
When the majority of their minutes are on the court at the same time, I wouldn't consider them being staggered.
Yeah.
In the middle of argument, you're supposed to be on my team, Chris. What the fuck?
I am. That's
you went against the family.
You did go against the family.
Chris, let's go out on a boat ride this week.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm
Take
free.
you on the boat. All right, cool.
For family.
Leave the gun.
Family.
Take the cannoli.
Take the cannoli. I gotta let Spinny get this one in because if you guys don't know, my boy here is a notorious Knicks fan.
I am.
It's a second. I feel like it's his first favorite team.
I mean, the past couple years maybe, but no, they're my second team.
They're now the Nova Knicks.
Nova Knicks. I like that. I was campaigning for Mikal Bridges to come to the Pistons for a while. This is a guy who obviously is everything that a team wants in the NBA, and the Knicks went out there and got him. They went out there and they traded 5 first-round picks, and I know somebody told me, I can't remember who it was, that nobody trades unprotected firsts anymore, but the Knicks gave up 4 unprotected first-round picks, a protected first, a pick swap, and Bojan Bogdanovic to get this deal done for Mikal Bridges. I love it. I love it for the Knicks. Like, even if they don't re-sign OG Anunoby, this is another guy who is at his best a second on a team, but can fill comfortably into that third role if they decide to keep Randall. I assume they're going to move on from Randall, but having that Nova connection, man, you got those 4 championship Wildcats on that team. I love it, man. I love it. I like Jalen Brunson. I apologized to him publicly a couple times. When the Knicks first signed him, I was pissed off giving this dude a ton of money who didn't show anything, didn't really show that he could do it. He's shown us since he's been in New York, and he's led this team for a while. He's amazing. I love Jalen Brunson. And you add another guy, Mikal Bridges, who will complement him perfectly, who is a Thibodeau guy because he plays defense and he plays every game. And if you're playing for Tom Thibodeau, you're going to play every fucking game and you're going to play a lot of defense. He's got like 480-something consecutive starts.
He hasn't missed a game since high school. Like 180.
He played 83 in a season because he got traded.
Yeah. So I'm really happy for the Knicks to grab him. They could still sign OG Anunoby too, which would be insane.
Yeah. So their plan right now is they don't even have to trade Randall either. They can re-sign OG and Hartenstein. Like, I've looked at the math, they can do it because of the trade they sent out. Like, they're in a position to load up and be the deepest team, and that's what you need when Tom Thibodeau inevitably runs 3 of them into the ground. Like, this is the ultimate.
It's true.
This is the ultimate, like, immovable object meets an unstoppable force. Mikal Bridges' durability versus Tom Thibodeau's playing style. I can't wait to see it though. It's a good fit.
Yeah,
I did read something though. Hartenstein, they're I guess shopping around.
Hartenstein, I don't think they're going to re-sign because I think he's asking for a bag. He wants some money, rightfully so. Like he played great last year. Hopefully Mitchell Robinson can stay healthy because that would be a huge part. But I love it, dude. I love all the Nova dogs. Josh Hart, I like Josh Hart a lot. Yeah. I like Dante DiVincenzo a lot. Dante DiVincenzo. He's an Italian-American basketball player.
Dante DiVincenzo
he's a hero
is a hero in this house.
He doesn't back down from nobody. We talk about Dante DiVincenzo as a hero in this house. I just love it. I love the Knicks. They're my second favorite team, so hopefully it works out.
How do you think they stack up against the Celtics now?
I think they stack up pretty. If they re-sign OG Anunoby, I think they stack up bar for bar.
Like, the way the Celtics could play a team ball, I feel like they could do now too. They won that championship in 2016. Mm-hmm. Did you say a clip from Stephen A?
Yeah.
Saying there's no NBA players.
No NBA players
on this,
and there's 6 or 7, I think.
Yeah. And also, like, they're like
4 of them all
scrubs.
playing for the Knicks.
yeah, pretty good.
You know, Stephen A likes the Knicks, so I love it. I thought it was a great move for New York. Like, fuck them picks. You're in a window now where the East is open. You get your best team and you go make a run at that chip. So
yeah, they got enough love and respect for each other to make that thing work. Being former teammates and also like former championship teammates, they also like. There's no ego. I feel like, at least. You know?
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll fit well. I mean, Villanova was the best run college organization when Jay Wright was there for a long time. I saw them personally beat Michigan in a championship game.
Yeah.
And then you bring all of those best guys to the NBA and you're rocking in New York. So I think it's gonna get dangerous out in New York, and honestly, it's good for the NBA when the Knicks are good. Like you get those rowdy clips outside of New York.
Oh, it's the best.
Dude, they're crazy.
That's a bucket list goal for me.
It's ridiculous.
Is to go to go watch a game in Madison
post game
Square
interviews
Garden.
at the Garden.
And I think I'm gonna do it pretty soon because I have my brother lives in New York. I talked to Ronnie Cyrus that if I get a ticket to the Garden, he can get me down on the floor. So, like, I really want it to happen. Madison Square Garden just looks like such a beautiful place, and there's nothing like it, man.
Yeah, I almost went to the Game 7, which thank God I didn't. I legit. I have a friend in Brooklyn, so I almost said, "Hey, can I stay with you and go for a day, come back and what?" And I was this close to doing it, and thank God I actually didn't because they got smacked by like 30 points, and it was not the Garden experience. But Garden's the mecca of basketball. I would love to see a playoff game there.
Why are they mecca of basketball?
It's a phrase. I mean, honestly,
know.
just as
I
a
fucking
just
hate
as
New
a
York teams.
The
basketball
level of players
nerd,
that come out of
you
New
want-
York
you want it.
from their age, from like young kids that grew up playing in New York.
Give me one.
I mean, there's a lot of them, but I don't know any by name.
That's
Go play
New
Rucker
York
Park.
is so fucking
Rucker Park.
overblown when it
Kemba
comes
Walker.
to that shit.
Kemba Walker.
I get
Name,
Rutgers.
name,
I get
name, me a
Rutgers
name me a
exists.
famous outdoor basketball park in Detroit. Name me a famous outdoor basketball park in Miami.
And that's
name me
fair.
a famous outdoor basketball park in LA.
They're not the mecca of basketball.
Kareem and Michael
there are
are
all these
from there.
crazy guys coming out of there. Michael Jordan.
Kareem and Michael.
Michael Jordan.
That's what I was told. Yeah.
No,
No,
Michael Jordan
I'll
from
look
North
it up.
Carolina.
I'll look it up. No, not like playing wise, but like was born there. Let me fact check
No,
that.
Michael
Let me fact
Jordan's
check.
from North Carolina.
Chris, you're
Let me
on a
fact check
you're on
that.
a good streak right now.
I could be wrong, but I was looking at.
No unprotected
I did a fun game of like
picks.
basketball cities, like who's the best basketball city, and I thought it was Michael Jordan and Kareem were both from New York. But I
We
could be
got
wrong.
so
Detroit.
Well, then is Ohio allowed
Kareem, Stephon Marbury, Chris Mullen, Bernard King, Carmelo Anthony,
Anthony's from
Mark
Baltimore.
Jackson, Metta World Peace. He went to high school in New York though. Kemba Walker, Kenny Smith. Let's see, Albert King,
That list is
Joakim
glorified.
Noah,
As you
Born
guys
in
want.
Brooklyn,
Alan
New York.
Brand.
Michael Jordan.
Tobias Harris, your boy,
Wow.
Vinny Johnson, our boy, Obi
So
Toppin.
Toppin,
does Ohio get to claim Steph?
Roy Herbert,
Yeah.
Roy Hibbert, Isaiah Stewart, Larry Brown.
Yeah, you stop. That list's not as glorified as you guys are making it out to be. It's not your fault. This is what you were sold.
There's Hall of Famers all over
That's
this.
that's what ESPN does to you every fucking morning.
Bob Cousy,
Here's the Dallas Cowboys and New York Knicks.
Bob
Eat
Cousy,
it. They're the best.
Bob Cousy,
Check it out.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bernard King, and Pat Riley,
Michael
Larry
Jordan.
Brown. That's not a
Jordan
good
was
list.
raised in North Carolina. I mean, he may have been born in.
Yeah.
That's like allowing Ohio to claim Steph.
And I bet you they do.
They tried to, yeah.
Christian Laettner, your boy.
Yeah, like I said, that list ain't as glorified as
That
you
list
guys
is
want it to be.
riddled with Hall of Famers.
I think Kemba's there too.
Yeah, he was in
Remember
there.
Hall of Famers. I feel like I
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
Detroit.
Bernard King, Chris Mullen, Carmelo Anthony, Pat Riley, Larry Brown, riddled with Hall of
Carmelo's
Famers. Yes, Carmelo's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
We'll see when he gets there. Tell us about Planet Fitness.
We will, because he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
He's such a stand for Carmelo.
Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by, more than 50 in Metro Detroit, and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Drive into summer and drive into savings during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest Memorial Day sale ever. We're stocked with new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs, all priced to move. Like this 2024 Silverado for only $217 a month, or this 2024 Equinox for as low as $199 a month. Find your freedom in a Feldman at the Memorial Day sale going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guys that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to help you keep in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights live on sports.com. I'm Easy, joined by Spino Rax,
Hello.
Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, Microwave Mario. We got Caleb in the building. California's produced the most NBA products. Chicago's produced as a city, as a state, California. As a city, Chicago. Number 2 on the list. You want to take a guess?
Detroit.
No, I wish.
No.
Philadelphia. Number 3. You want to take a guess?
Paris.
Serbia.
No. Los Angeles. And then
Close.
first, New York's 5. Oh, hold on, actually, let me look at it.
You're talking numbers, though.
155,
We're talking players,
152.
like quality.
Quality. I guess California probably. Ohio's
it probably
close
could
there
be.
too. I mean, those are just the 2 guys that I know.
Yeah.
Ohio and LeBron. Steph and LeBron.
No, I think you had it right.
All right. So yesterday's group chat. Actually, I just sent this graphic, Chris. I had it in there. I just never pressed the enter. I apologize about that. But yesterday's group chat for the show got a little feisty, and I love it though because sometimes the group chat's dead. We have some of our old mates there that used to ride with us on this team. They're no longer there, so it's nice to hear like their takes. Spinny Path, Easy Expressway. We're making shirts. Make sure you guys buy them. However, you're gonna save it, Chris. But that's all right.
Damn it, Chris.
Take it off real quick. Spinny sees. You said that Bogey is better than Tobias?
Offensively, yes.
Oh, I didn't read that part. You said that in the group.
Yeah.
chat.
I mean,
I mean, it got me thinking though. I was
Bogey's
like,
not better than anybody defensively.
No. Hard pass.
not at all.
And I don't think Tobias is this defensive stopper, but saying he's better than Bojan Bogdanovic is not a flex.
He's not even like that good at defense at all. To be honest.
No, yeah, that's what I'm
He's
saying.
better than Bogey.
Better than Bogey is not a flex. Like
Yeah.
every single player in the NBA except for Luka Doncic is better than Bogey at defense.
So would you take with Tobias over Bogey then?
I think it's a linear move. I don't think it makes that much of a difference.
Now, Chris. Say.
All right.
What are you gonna put up war stats?
No, dude, you know I don't fuck with war. Nah, I thought it was an interesting topic. The numbers were a lot closer than scoring wise, at least. Tobias been in the league, I want to say two or 3 more years, but these are just averages. Obviously, 3-point percentage. You're looking at Bojan. They all, or both of them, each guy has been in the playoffs 7 times. Tobias' stats, I should have sent that. I just didn't make a graphic for it.
His playoff stats?
Blow Bogies out of the
Abysmal.
water.
His playoff stats?
Yeah.
Of what? From his entire career?
Yep. All 7 trips he's made. And they both made, I actually have a screenshot of
What did
it.
he do last year?
He had 1 game last year, he had 0 points. I know he's infamous for that. I've come around. I mean, I've sober me has come around. Drunk me didn't like the Tobias stuff at all. But for the right price, I'm really not tripping.
Yeah, if you can sign him for less than $30 million a year, sure. Like, go for it. I just don't see this being that move that he's not, like, Tobias Harris might hit corner threes, but he is not your savior. Like, he's not going to be the guy that's going to lift this team to the promised land. Will he make this team 2 wins better than it was last year? Probably.
By the way, I was looking at this too, expecting to see, because I've said it yesterday when I talked about Tobias. He's not the best defender, but I expected to pull this up and see if Tobias had him beat in every defensive stat, and he does, but neither of them average a single block.
Yeah.
Neither of them average a single steal. These guys both are so like, Bogey's obviously more piss poor, but they just, I don't know, man.
And that's also, you got to think, Tobias Harris's stats are from him playing with 2 all-NBA caliber players.
Well, these past 2 years, but these are their career numbers.
Yeah.
It hasn't always been the case for Tobias. Remember, he's the Bucks briefly. Obviously, played here. I like Tobias in here. I was mad when we traded Tobias.
Tobias had his best years when he was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. And we went to the playoffs.
And that was young
by the
Tobias.
way,
That was, what,
went to the
6 years
playoffs
ago?
with a 500 record. Not that fucking bullshit. Oh, Blake Dory's fucking MCL. I tore my MCL and I still danced all fucking night at that wedding.
Yeah. Okay.
You are a
Got a
superb
freestyle-
athlete.
I am a superb
Because
athlete.
you dancing at a wedding and Blake Griffin playing in an NBA game require the same amount of athleticism.
They do. His legs are way stronger than mine. It makes sense, all right? Somewhere, somehow. There's something in there. I don't know, man. I thought it was an interesting conversation, but it feels like today you feel differently about it. Your team Tobias.
I mean, I'm not. No, I don't want to sign Tobias Harris for a freaking shit ton of money.
What if it's 23?
That's fine. Yeah, I don't care. But again, this isn't like, oh, Tobias, he's our savior. What difference would that be than having Bogey last year?
Yeah, I don't know if it's.
Not much of a difference at all.
I don't think it moves any sort of needle unless you are bringing in other vets to pair with a Tobias Harris. And you move some of these young guys to the bench, and then it creates your whole team is going to be better in that part. If Tobias Harris and that's it when it comes to big moves of this offseason, I don't see it doing shit for this organization. But say it's a Tobias Harris and they make some moves tonight that pair up with signing a Tobias Harris, I think it could improve their team to maybe a 10-win increase or something like that compared to just getting Tobias Harris. You're just paying money for no actual wins at that point. So that's why I wouldn't mind it if we pair it with something else and we actually gain some assets and take on a bad contract to a player that can help this team out to pair with Tobias Harris.
I know someone that knows someone that knows someone
who
saw the clip from yesterday, and they kind of called me out just because we were talking about getting paid a lot, and they said, you don't understand, he wants to come here. It's not like we have to overpay to get him. He wants to come to
he is
Detroit.
not mentally right. Like, flat out. If he wants to come here and not get paid, something's wrong. He needs to be checked by a psychiatrist if he's just like, yeah, I'll take less money to go to Detroit.
Well, to be fair,
I love it.
paid.
Awesome. Very cool. But, like, what the fuck, man?
I heard he's a fan of the coffee. Drink Birmingham roast.
Shout out. Yeah.
I mean,
like
he's
I
still
said,
getting paid, just not.
I got no problem with Tobias Harris as a player. If that is the case, that he wants to come here
Welcome.
for some reason, and he'll take less money, cool.
Yeah.
Like, make sure you sign it now before he sobers up. Like, I don't know. I just can't, that doesn't connect with me.
I was talking with Cool about it too. He said, like, we agree that, like, if we grab Tobias, obviously he probably ends up starting.
Yes.
If you do select that 5, whatever piece, I think we're all agreed to probably ends up being like a small forward to power forward. That guy's allowed to kind of chill on the bench. Fontecchio can come off the bench and work with Ivy. Cade has his spacing now too.
So you're still, so your 3 and 4 would be Asar and Toby.
Your name Toby.
Toby.
Why you call him Toby?
Toby and Obi.
That's not his name.
Okay. It's Tobias. Jesus.
Did you say my 3 and 4?
Yeah. So
Yeah, Tobias is at this point in
Tobias,
his career,
but
absolutely a
no,
power
you're
forward.
starting Asar Thompson.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because who else would we start unless you draft it?
Who are you starting at 2?
Unless you
then?
draft Cody
Who are you starting
Williams.
at 2?
That's a little bit of a free agent question.
Because you need
I'm
another. You need
assuming-
another shooter. If you're starting Asar Thompson and Jalen Duren,
Can I interest you in Tim Hardaway Jr.?
no,
As a starter?
no, bro. I mean, again, if we
just
get
fit.
if we get a pick return with it, sure.
Because that's true spacing at that point.
Fuck.
Chris,
This is it. We were talking about Brandon Ingram and Malik Monk, and we're gonna end up with Tobias Harris, Tim Hardaway Jr. And like Tobias Harris and Tim Hardaway Jr. Are they that much better than Alec Burks and Bojan Bogdanovic? Not really. Like they're a little bit better, but not like so much better that it's gonna make a big difference in the grand scheme of things.
I'm not a big Tim Hardaway Jr. fan. I mean, like, I wanted to like him, but he's so selfish at times. Like, bro, what are you doing? Bro?
He's like MPJ, just worse.
Yeah.
he just wants to get in there, just jack threes.
The coolest
take shots away
the
from
coolest thing that Tim Hardaway Jr. ever did was go back and forth with Deion Waiters in the Rising Stars game.
Was that him who did that?
Yeah.
That was a good game.
Maybe I'll say this for another day. Did you guys even respond to me that when I said that one?
What?
Brandon Knight versus Jaden Ivey?
No, I did not even respond because that is extremely disrespectful.
That
to
is
Jaden Ivey,
terrible.
dude.
I looked at the numbers. I was like, it wasn't that disrespectful.
Yeah, it is. Brandon Knight. I will say this:
Injuries derailed him a
Brandon
little bit.
Knight wasn't as bad as like people remember. It's
really
just
wasn't.
the really, really bad parts of Brandon Knight are what stands out, aka
God.
the DeAndre Jordan dunk, the getting crossed out of his shoes by Kyrie Irving,
The
the
missed
missing
layup.
wide open layup at the buzzer. Like, do you remember the worst of the worst from Brandon Knight? But he wasn't like a terrible player.
To this day, I have DeAndre Jordan's face.
Oh, bro,
Burned him at
yeah.
the-
I felt so bad. Like, what are you jumping for, man?
Yeah, that was.
You know, I
He
like.
got hard. He got dog in him.
The thing
I
is,
don't care how much
That's
dog
the
you
guy
got
on
in.
my team.
That is the most powerful, vicious dunker in the NBA at the time.
Yeah.
You do not jump with him, bro. You should. Centers don't jump with that man. You don't jump with him.
He was like the back when we were younger, the bad luck Brian meme. If that was an actual basketball player, it was him.
He was
bad luck Brandon.
He got kicked out of the league because of like 4 specific moments. Like other than that, he was a pretty decent player. Like not
He
terrible,
actually played
not
a lot
great.
longer than I remember too when I was looking at the stats.
Yeah, he played for multiple teams.
Yeah, that one
Only if
almost
Brandon
all-star year.
Jennings stayed healthy on the Pistons.
Dude, Brandon Jennings was
Dude.
fucking.
Which,
That's one of my biggest.
by the
what
way,
ifs.
Brandon Knight was the one who injured him. Brandon Knight was the one who injured him.
Was he?
Yeah, Brandon. He was full court pressing Brandon Jennings, and Brandon Jennings like pushed off to get space, and that's when he tore the Achilles. So
Too
it
bad.
was just this guy Brandon Knight
I
continuously
want you to
screwed us.
form a
Oh,
fucking wall.
Richard Jefferson interviewing Ryan Lentz's boy, Jared McCain.
Jared McCain.
Jared McCain.
He was dropping 30 in the tournament. He averaged 30 in the tournament.
It all changes tonight.
87 3-pointers.
What do you
Fourth
think he
most by a
goes?
Duke freshman in program history.
What do you think he goes tonight?
He'll probably go mid-teens. 13 to 17, somewhere around there.
I did a little bit more homework on Reed Shepherd. He's actually kind of cool.
He's cold, dude. He's
actually cold.
Yeah.
he's like good. Like I would love Reed Shepherd on this
Does
team.
his size scare you though?
No.
No, now he's playing point guard.
6'2"?
He's playing point guard. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
How is he as a passer, in your guys' opinion?
He's good. He's not like great, but he'll make open pass. He can make
Connector passes.
a flashy.
to be honest,
flashy
Steph's
pass.
not like great. He makes flashy
Steph's
passes.
a pretty good passer.
He's not like great though.
Reed Shepherd's not Steph Curry, but
Nah, no.
Did you just say Steph?
Yeah, Steph's not an elite passer.
No,
he's
I
not.
know.
I mean, he's not a bad. He's a good passer.
Yeah, I'm not saying
He's
bad.
like Steph with less passing.
I'm just saying, Reed
Yeah.
Shepherd. I'm saying like if that's a knock on him as a point guard, that he's not like a great passer.
Yeah,
You can still get it done without that.
Reed Shepherd's probably going to Houston.
Either way, tell us about the morning show.
Let me tell you guys, was that Nick is going to tell you what the morning.
If you want to hear the best breakdown of what goes on later tonight, make sure you check out the morning show. It's every single morning. It's 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. live on Woodward Sports. It's with Kool-Aid, Flannel Sam, Broder, JB, and KG every morning. Check it out. Wake up, Woodward.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How?
Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports. Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
Yeah, I see the chat. Shout out, welcome back. Appreciate you. Smash the like button. Woodward Heavyweights, Planet Fitness Studios, Woodward Sports. Keys in the Woodward Sports chat said, "Eating my ass. I take shits that run faster than Zach Edey does." Whoever drafts Zach Edey loses the draft. He is not an NBA player at best.
You just hate him.
At best, no. It's who he is.
He'll be better than
But
you.
you do
I
hate
think he'll
him.
be better
He
than
will
you're
not.
saying.
You do hate him, though.
I do hate him because he's terrible
Yes.
at basketball. And everyone's like, "Oh, he's the best player ever." He
See,
has
I
no
don't think he's
basketball
terrible.
talent.
Is it
He's
'cause he-
slow as molasses, and he doesn't fit like the NBA prototype.
And he doesn't have post moves. He's just big.
Listen, I'll put it you this way: Donovan Clean, everyone's fucking riding that one hard.
He can move up and down the court. He can stretch
He can.
the floor to
I
a
heard,
certain
he's been
extent.
shooting, in
Yeah.
workouts. Fucking Edey took him to the cleaners.
Yeah, because he's 7'5".
So's Klingon.
Yeah, but they don't play half-court basketball in the NBA.
My question to everybody about like Klingon is, would you guys take Walker Kessler? Like, I feel like that's what he is, but without being able to stretch. Like, I think Kessler shot like 20% from three.
I think he could become Walker Kessler. I think
his
stroke does pause.
But would you rather have Walker Kessler or Jalen Duren? Is my question.
Walker Kessler.
I would not. See, I think the upside with Duren is way better because you haven't seen his abilities on defense show out yet.
Oh, we need this. That's a big thing to not see. Walker Kessler is one of the best shot blockers in the NBA.
Jalen Duren's 2 months older than Klingon. That's it. These guys are like about the same age, and I think the upside just is too much on offense.
So I don't want to get rid of Jalen Duren at all, but I need my center to protect the rim and play defense. That is your two biggest jobs as the center of a team are to rebound and to play defense. And Jalen Duren rebounds like a demon.
Yeah.
But he played ass defense. Like, I believe he could play defense. Everything about him says he should be a fantastic rim protector, but we need to fucking see it.
Hey, I'm with you. I just seen so much on Pistons Twitter today talking literally that Klingon over Duren, or, and I thought that was the best comp as a Walker Kessler. I looked back on a redraft. Duren goes higher than him.
Yeah.
And Walker Kessler?
Yes.
Yeah.
I see where Spade's coming from because he fits what we got going on right now.
Yeah.
It's also the names rumored to be getting shopped around right now as they look to move in the draft. Chris, you want to say something?
Yeah. No, just that I like Walker Kessler and that I'm not. Again, defense to me is so much mentality more than anything, and I just don't see that with Duren. Now, can it change? For sure, but I think a lot of defense is mentality, and I just don't see him embracing that here right now. So I'm not with trading him. I think when you win only 14 games, almost every question is on the table.
Yeah, there's nothing that is I would be opposed to if you're telling me about these players are moving guys or doing this. Yeah, other than trading Cade Cunningham, you could tell me any scenario and I'd be like, yeah, that'll probably make the team better because you were the worst team in the NBA by far. You were almost the worst team in the history of the NBA. So, you're going to need to improve a lot.
I don't want them to make the pick tonight, at least not at 5. I want them to trade. On the collect assets, I've been kind of vocal on that this week. More particular future assets. Fuck this draft class. All due respect to these guys coming out. Congratulations to them to achieving their dream. This draft class ain't it. Anytime there's a shuffle at who's going to be number one, just know it's a pretty weak draft class in those scenarios.
I just need you to.
The class where you just know who for sure is like fuck. Like that's when you know it's a good draft class, I should say. But Klingon got fucking worked by Zach Edey. Do you think NBA guys are just as strong, or possess obviously more skill than Zach Edey? What's the hype with this?
It's why I'm down on Klingon. Like, I know there are people that like him, but that's why I said, remember what I said his ceiling was? To me, his ceiling is Zubats, which is like a good center. He's a good starting center, but I don't see all NBA. I don't see all defense. I don't see any of that upside that everybody else sees. I think he's a better rim protector than Zubats right now, but I don't see him getting that upside in the NBA because, again, it's easy to block these 6'3" guards in college.
Yeah.
But it's different when Giannis is coming to the paint. You got to meet Giannis at the rim. You got to meet John Moran at the rim.
Yeah.
You got to meet this next level caliber of athlete. The athletic jump from college to the NBA is so much more drastic than people think. And so I think that while he is a good shot challenger at the rim, I just think a lot of those shot challenges are going to end up being posters, especially while he's younger.
Guys are faster, stronger.
Yeah.
Like Zach Edey.
Built to last longer.
Relax. That's being saying though, Zach Edey's not like an NBA caliber guy.
No.
If that guy's eating you alive.
In college, bro, did you watch the game?
I did.
Yeah.
Zach Edey ate
what
him
they're
alive.
doing, what they're doing is posting up and throwing him the ball down low. That's not what you don't get post up opportunities like that every single time down the floor in the NBA. That doesn't fucking happen. It's not going to happen in the NBA.
Brother,
he's not going to have to worry
he's gonna get
about
posted up in the NBA
every single play, every single time down the floor.
Regardless,
no, it's not.
If Zach Edey, who's not going to survive in the NBA, as you tell it,
Klingon is
eating him alive in the post.
Infinitely better prospect for the NBA than Zach
NBA
Edey.
caliber guys are also going to continue to eat him alive.
Yeah, and they're not.
I can see him working at help defense
every snap, every
snap.
possession. Yeah,
football. No, bro, he's still going to get fucking posted up. It's still gonna happen.
Like, everybody will get posted up.
Like, he's
but
gonna
not
be the-
every single possession. You don't just not draft.
Brother, that doesn't excuse it from happening. It still happened, and it's going to happen.
So guys just don't get posted. Nobody wins in the like. I don't understand. You just don't think he'll ever have a defensive like impact because Zach Edey posted him up every single time down the floor, and he's 7'5".
You can have a defensive impact. I think it more as like a help defender, or again, like if it's a 6'2" to 6'3", 4, 5 guard comes through, and he's doing one of these.
Yeah, that's what you worry about. That's the defense you need to play in the NBA. The only guys that you're worried about running from their centers is Philly.
Famously hate Rudy Gobert for doing that.
Yeah, because Rudy Gobert can't guard on the perimeter either. This guy can guard on the perimeter. He can move his feet. Rudy Gobert's a fucking statue. Nobody is playing through their center in the NBA down in the low post except for the Philadelphia 76ers. Not a single team. The only other team that plays through their center is Denver, and they do it because he is a point center.
But if you're out there and you can't defend the post, and you're a liability, and the other team needs to score, it's probably what
He's
they're
not
going
a
to do.
liability defending in the post just because Zach Edey posted him up every single possession.
But you said Zach Edey's Garbaggio.
Yeah, because he's 7 foot. He's going to be Garbaggio in the NBA. In
So guys that aren't Zach Edey are going to be eating him alive in the post.
Because he's 7'5", and they post him up every single possession. That won't work in the NBA.
You can still give him the ball and put him in the post. He's going to eat alive.
That's not how
I don't
it works in
understand
the NBA. That's what I'm saying.
You will when fucking Klingon's on the floor because he can't defend in the post.
Is that what they did to Jalen Duren? Did the Pistons get posted up every single possession on the floor? Is that what they happened? Because nobody could guard a post protector for the Pistons, so the teams just walk down the floor and go like this against the Pistons every single possession? No, because that's not how you play in the NBA. It doesn't matter if you can't do one-on-one post defense. They're not going to abandon their thought process and just strictly dump it down to the post like Purdue did in every single game they played with Zach Edey. That is a specific brand of basketball that only worked for Purdue and will never work in the NBA.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna get done, and Clean's gonna have to just develop in that area. That's a weakness for him.
And it's so Jalen Duren. What about Jalen Duren?
It's a weakness for him too.
And so did he get posted up every single possession?
He got posted up quite a bit, yeah.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
Yes,
they were not going down the court, pulling the ball out, waiting for the center to reach his hand up, and kicking it down to him.
You're speaking in a fucking hypothetical where it's happening every single play.
That's the hypothetical you're bringing up.
But it's still going to happen often. It's still going to happen a lot. It's still going to be exposed.
That's what you're bringing up to discredit Klingon. Is that specific?
I'm not discrediting
hypothetical.
him. I'm pointing out a weakness. And it's very much a weakness.
And that's what I'm saying. When I say that same weakness that you bring up because of that game, it's not going to happen ever again because it'll only happen against Purdue where you get exposed like that.
Post guys will never post up on...
Not the way that Zach Edey did every single play.
Because ain't nobody balling like Zach Edey.
Because Zach Edey's a bum.
Zach Edey had 37 points on Cleveland on his fucking head top.
And he lost the game because he's a fucking bum.
On his head top.
And he lost the game. Congratulations, you big dumb bitch.
Fucking
Go
clowned
home.
him. Oh, he went home and fucked the bitch dumb. Did you see that video?
Yeah, I did. He definitely crushed some cervixes at Purdue. But he's a loser.
I don't know, man. He fucking shit your guy Klingon. That's all I'm saying.
And who won the game?
The team.
Who won the game?
The team.
Okay, so Zach Edey lost.
Klingon had like 11 points and 5 boards in that game.
And he won.
Non-effective. Like, yo, we need you to slow down their big guy. Klingon said, oh, fuck. God damn.
Well, he did what Iguodala
So you want
did.
the Pistons to draft Edey?
No, I don't.
Because he's a god.
You always do that. So he's a cancer in the teeth.
He is.
So you're saying he's a racist. Let me tell you guys about Swiss Insurance. All right, because if you got Klingon defending your post, you're going to need some insurance. You're going to need that extra coverage, my guy. Call Swiss today. All right, 313-530-1698. That's 313-530-1698. That's Swiss Insurance. Or contact Mark directly with Mark at SwissINS.com.
The game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supplies has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
How would you like to play the University of Michigan golf course with Braylon Edwards? It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. Register today and you could round off our foursome at woodwardsports.com or scan the QR code on the screen. When it comes to your next vehicle, make the wise decision. Randy Wise. I got to trade that with someone. I'm about to give me a fight. Tim. Shout out Tim. All right, guys. Trying to get back on track talking about the NBA draft. Caleb, you got your spot taken yesterday by Zarek. We didn't get to hear you on Tobias Harris stuff. We didn't get to hear you on Klingon getting fucking took to the cleaners by Zach Edey. Catch us up, man. Where you at with all this stuff?
Well, when it comes to Bojan and Tobias, that's definitely an interesting argument, but I'd probably lean Tobias just because, like, it felt like Bogey was like, okay, this is my team. And he never looked for open guys. He played like the coach's son, like never passed. So I think Tobias fits the team a little bit better. Do I want to give Tobias $30 million a year? No. But if that's what Trajan thinks is best for the team, I'll be okay with it. Yeah. What's funny?
No, there's no universe is that what's best for the team.
But yeah.
And how bad is Donovan Klingon? How badly is
I'm
he
a
overrated?
Klingon guy. I just told Spenny before the show, I have a weird feeling it's Klingon at 5.
For us?
Yeah. No sources, just my brain.
Do you like his upside compared to Duran?
I do like his upside. I think he could shoot it a little bit. But he's better than Zach Edey. But I mean, what's going
He's
on
an infinitely
here?
better prospect.
No sources, just my brain.
Just got a hunch. He had a hunch.
Yeah.
Report coming in from my brain right now.
So
breaking news from the cranium.
So would you be mad if it was Klingon at 5?
I wouldn't. This is why I wouldn't be mad if it was Klingon at 5. And usually, you know, I dog walk this guy Chris in these basketball arguments. However, there's one where I conceded, and it was the fact that like the big man is fading away in the NBA. He just really is. So Duran maybe is not as much of a commodity. I mean, he's more of a commodity than Jaden Ivey. I think if you're looking for like a prospect to buy off the Pistons, I think he has higher value. So if you grab Klingon, you can have your 5, and then you can go. And I like Duran, but you can shop Duran and get some stuff back from him. So
I like what Brandon Dogg said. If Klingon is there, traded to Memphis, they want him. Yeah. The Memphis report came out that said they were offering multiple first-round picks to move up into the top 5, and they want Klingon, so Jaren Jackson Jr. can play more of the 4, and he would be their 5. Yeah, you do that immediately if he's there.
Assuming that they're protected and they're not idiots and they don't unprotect the picks. But yeah, no, I like Memphis being aggressive. The full report was that they're targeting 3 and 5 because San Antonio doesn't have an interest to move off of 4. They have a couple prospects that they like. They're very comfortable at 4, just taking the biggest player on their board. So they're looking at Houston at 3 and Detroit at 5. So I imagine though that maybe at 5 the target price is a little lower, but if that's their guy and he's there at 5, I think 3 firsts is on the table. Now there's probably some strong protections on it, but it goes into what do you value though if you're Memphis, if you're Detroit? What do you value most?
To move up 4 spots in this draft.
They said multiple first round picks.
You want me to read it to you guys? To be fair, Hoops Central, I believe it is. This is one of those I end up unfollowing, and I don't follow them.
But they quoted an actual report.
They did, but it wasn't a report. It was like another account. They did have 150 plus followers, but never heard of them before.
Who was it?
If it was 3 firsts, I'd do it in a heartbeat, Chris.
If it was 2 firsts, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, same. But that's
All right.
3.
By the way, this photo of the Memphis Grizzlies GM is fucking hilarious too.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I'll read this. So it says the Memphis Grizzlies have reportedly offered up to 3 picks in an effort to move into the top 5 per at HP Basketball. And the quotation says,
"He's a legit source."
Shut up, Chris.
He's a good source.
Shut up, Meg.
Shut up, Meg.
Just focus on reading, buddy.
League sources suggested this week that Memphis has put as many as 3 picks with protections up to try and move into the top 5, including the number 9 pick. If we assume Klingon is the target, that could put him at number 3, number 5, or number 6 from Charlotte. San Antonio's trade back appetite at 4 is thought to be less, especially with their other pick at number 8.
Yeah, that's so. If you could get
Why'd they put
9
that in
and
there?
2 firsts from Memphis, you do that in a fucking heartbeat.
Does that are you including 9 and then 1 more first?
No,
or 2
well,
more?
that's at 9
Okay.
and 2 firsts. You do that in a heartbeat.
Yes.
Yes. What, would you like to share? With
I
the
have,
class?
I'd like to share with the
This
class. 'cause
fucking guy,
I-
Davin Klingon's not going for 3 fucking
No
first round
way.
picks. I'm
There's
sorry.
not- I
There's
don't-
no way.
I mean, look.
There's a reason the NBA values this guy a lot more than Easy does.
I mean, I hope it happens. Hey, listen, we don't know yet, Smitty.
So here's the other team that I
Zach
think
Edey, number
could
1 overall
really,
pick.
really value Klingon, and I think this is an obvious one.
Best
The
player in
Oklahoma
college
City
basketball.
Thunder. The Oklahoma City Thunder have 1 million picks to trade, and they are sitting there at 12. And I think that they make a call if Klingon is there at 5. I really do. I think part of Memphis offering 3 firsts is because they know OKC, the one thing they need is a big man, and they have more picks than anybody to spare. You have Clippers picks, you have Rockets picks, you have your own picks. They have so many picks to trade. Man, look, a future Clippers first. If Paul George is leaving, the Warriors are ready to offer Paul George a max right now. Like, if Paul George leaves and you got Kawhi, like, that team's going to be ugly in a couple of years with no assets to build moving forward. That might be a more valuable pick than a young, good Memphis team that had a bad year. So it depends on how you value picks, but that was one of my proposed trades because I think OKC is really going to look at Donovan Klingon if he's there at 5.
Well, that's the cool thing with picks, right? Is like you don't necessarily need it to be from a bad team. Obviously, you'd like it more if it's a team that's likely to be in the lottery, especially like the next year's draft class.
Mm-hmm.
But you could also just cash those in exchange for a player, like we saw with the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander trade with OKC as well too. So it's like I'm cool with if it's Memphis and the high upside in those picks, but you then at that point, if they're looking like back to form, which they should be, I think all they need are missing like some shooting. Yeah, go get a guy then. Use what they're giving you to get a guy. I have a couple trade scenarios that I want to rush with you guys when we get back. I just saw we're up against that break.
I mean, but what do you think? So before we go to break, real quick, what do you think is the more valuable kind of? Because I think if you can get 3 firsts from Memphis, you can get 3 from Oklahoma. And again, they have Houston picks and they have Clippers picks at their disposal. Are you leaning towards that pile of assets or the Memphis 9? So you're a little bit higher in the draft. You could still maybe get Cody Williams or Dalton Connect, and you then also get 2 future firsts from Memphis, who's a team that's probably projected to be better.
Who's Memphis, bro? You never know with Memphis, man.
You don't.
If that,
especially
that Glock's talking to John Morant like the fucking
Green Goblin
like
mask.
the Green Goblin mask, dude. That could go bad fast. So
did you guys see that statue of John Morant they put? I'll send it. I'll send it, dude. It is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I'll send it in the Slack. It's crazy.
Is John Morant statue?
Yeah, I'm not
sure. Is it him with the blicky?
It is. It's scary looking.
Is it outside of a gun surplus store? Like where would they put a John Morant statue?
Spencer, which pile of assets would you like more?
I would probably tap into OKC's assets first.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm doing business with Sam Presti. Seems like he wins a bunch of those trades. Like I don't know if they're unprotected, then I go with the unprotected ones.
Well, I believe the
at.
Clippers ones, I'd have to fact check those, but I'm pretty sure those are unprotected for sure. Memphis, obviously, since they're their own picks, they would put their own protections on them.
Yeah. The SGA trade says DNC, ENT, and Woodward Sports Chat was the Paul George trade. Yes, and it also included multiple first-round picks. That's why I keep bringing that up.
Yeah,
that's
ideal. If you're trading, like, you always want at least one young player that you believe in that's actually in the NBA, because a million picks, as you see these franchises turn every year. So
yeah,
you never really know what we think might be valuable today might not be valuable. Look at those Nets picks. Look how drastic those values change.
Yeah, OKC gave first-round picks up, Paul George and Danilo Gallinari for Shea, and some sprinkles.
Your guy, Danilo Gallinari.
Gallinari.
It's tossed around the NBA like a cheap hooker.
It's going to be Cleveland in the post, getting tossed around like a cheap hooker. You might tell us about Les Stanford.
Rather be getting tossed around the post like a cheap hooker than playing in G League like Zach Edey. Let me tell you about Les Stanford.
He'd be fucking
what happens when you
China.
run a great Zach Edey is literally Bojan Marjanovic. What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service the customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just off 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn and Dane. Find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford, together. Let's ride.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Hamp for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is taking over Michigan with the grand opening of their 13th location in Madison Heights on DeQuinda Road, just north of 10 Mile, this Thursday, June 27th from 4 to 8 p.m. Soroki's is giving away free pizza for a year to 3 lucky customers and $2,000 in gift card giveaways. You can join Caleb and Kool-Aid down there. Be sure to stop in Thursday at Soroki's in Madison Heights. Soroki's. Now that's crispy.
Ain't nothing better than Kool-Aid.
Soroki's hits.
What's so funny?
Soroki's hits, and that's just a fact. A little birdie told me we're going to be having some Soroki's to sample on air tomorrow, and I might eat my body weight in biscuits. Those biscuits are so fucking good.
They slap.
They're better than Popeye's biscuits, and it's really not close.
Give me some tenders, a little ranch, maybe a little hot sauce in there. Game over.
Yeah. The tenders are fire. The chicken's fire. The potato wedges are fire. Soroki's is just good, man. Flat out good.
Now that's crispy.
That's crispy.
DNC. No, easy. It was Paul George, 4 SGA, Gallo, and 5 first-round picks, not PG Gallo. So I'm reading it from...
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does. So this is from Sports Illustrated, right off of Google. I'm just reading this out loud. The LA Clippers.
Read it in your head.
Huh?
Well, read it in your head.
You guys want to read it in my head?
Yeah.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for Paul George, Danilo Gallinari, and multiple first-round picks.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
I don't know.
No, weren't you trying to say? That's why I was confused. I didn't step in because I don't know, because I don't want you to misclarify like the staggering comment I made yesterday.
No,
But
you should have never opened your mouth during that. There's two different like staggering scenarios.
Were you
I
saying
was staggered when you said that?
Were you
trying to
saying though
flex his basketball
SGA?
knowledge?
Yeah, for
Cesar.
sure.
SGA was then rerouted for picks, or were you saying because SGA was a part of that trade?
I don't. So that's what I'm saying. When the LA Clippers trade Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for Paul George, Danilo Gallinari, and multiple first-round picks, it became one of the most polarizing trades in NBA history to this day.
Yeah, but the Thunder got the picks, not the Clippers.
It says Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for Paul George, Danilo Gallinari, and multiple first-round picks. I'm reading that verbatim. I'm not.
But that's not how the trade happened. So that's weird that it's written that way.
This is Sports Illustrated, all Clippers.
Chris
All right.
knows more than Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, he does.
No, but think about it. How do they have these Clippers picks to trade then?
Mic drop, I win, you lose.
It was that trade. There was probably swaps in there, so maybe that's. But still, you wouldn't word it that way. I think there was 2 swaps in the trade, if I'm not mistaken.
Paul George going to LA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Danilo Gallinari, and 5 first-round picks plus 2 swaps going to Oklahoma City. So there's swaps involved. That's probably how they got the Clippers picks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, no, they got 5 Clippers first and 2 swaps, is what they're saying.
And shout out Minute Maid in the chat. SGA was taken with our pick. That will never be forgotten.
Yep.
But Blake Griffin, though.
Yeah, don't get me started. That's why I like Tobias Harris.
Mm-hmm.
We were 500. There's no need. I never like giving up that many fucking draft picks for one guy that's not a fucking. I never viewed Blake as like one of those guys. He's very good. He's an all-star.
He's all NBA.
But he wasn't
He's
never
one of the 15 best players in the NBA.
At the time.
Yeah, he was very good when we brought him here.
per you guys.
Per the NBA.
Yeah.
Never went 500 with him. So
I think it would have
I'll
been
leave that
great.
there.
Like I kind of mentioned yesterday, it's like you need to add actual proven NBA vets to this team that you have now. Like and build with guys like Cade Cunningham. I don't know who we keep out of the core 4, but they need to build with them, teach them how to win. That was the time when you were going all in for Blake Griffin just to be an 8
it's different
seed,
for sure.
You know,
it's different for sure. You're not going all in for nobody in their right goddamn mind would go all in for Tobias Harris. Like, no offense to him,
but he wants to be here.
You know, he's not the
He's
Messiah.
got family
I
here.
like Tobias. He'd be a very good complimentary piece and a good veteran if you could get him for cheap, for sure. But you don't break the bank for him. But I agree. You have your guy that you want to build around. So bringing in an old head to help these young guys and learn like NBA players. Yes, we thought we brought in NBA players last year with Alec Burks, Monty Morris, and Bogey, and look how that turned out. So
and also took on a horrible contract in Joe Harris for got like a 2nd-round pick.
yeah, we
which-
helped the Knicks, or we helped Brooklyn.
Yeah, re-sign Cam Johnson.
And just
they're gonna trade
get
for
that
assets.
insane treasure trove of picks.
Yeah, I still think we should have circled back and tried to get Jeremy Grant. Who knows? Maybe they can get him back tonight in a draft day trade, Chris.
Yeah. I mean that's where I'm at with it, guys. How much do you want veteran help in the trades that you're looking to trade back right now, and how much do you want future assets? Like that's kind of the balance, because here's the teams you're looking at. If you're looking to trade back, you're looking at Utah, you're looking at OKC, you're looking at Memphis, obviously, who we just talked about, Chicago, who we've been linked with, and they're now a part on discussions with DeMar DeRozan, so that's a sticky situation.
Google it.
And then who was the final one? I was just thinking Portland. So of those teams, are you looking to target future players or current players like Marcus Smart, Jeremy Grant, or are you looking to get multiple? Or are you looking to get multiple picks and assets moving forward? What are you looking at?
Yes.
I know. Can we just get all of it?
Can we get it all? Like,
Can you get both though? Seriously.
I think you would.
You can, but
for
just
trades
lesser.
and stuff, you're looking for assets. If you're trading picks and stuff like that, you're looking for assets. Or I mean, if you're trading players, you're looking for assets. And sign a veteran, sign a couple guys, like sign Tobias Harris, and then trade some stuff to get veterans or to get assets and reload. You need so much, dude. I won't say
that's what I'm
no
saying.
to any of those situations. If you choose one thing or the other, yeah, it's a good idea. It'll make this team better because you suck. So, yeah, I wouldn't be mad either way.
But the other thing to think about, Spencer, is the point you brought up, which I think is a great point, that NBA free agents aren't even really likely to come here outside of maybe Tobias, who's like really excited. So if he's the only one that's excited, like what's that cap space going to do for you? You might have to look to, instead of getting future picks, go get guys under contract because nobody wants to be here. They got to be forced to be here. So
Tobias,
you really have to know your intel of what free agents are actually interested and what free agents are. Like, call Washington. What about Washington for Kuzma? 5 for Kuzma. And maybe a future asset.
No.
I like Kuzma.
Oh, Kuzma?
Yeah. And Washington's clearly a team that's rebuilding. They want as many young
Kuzma doesn't
prospects
wanna
as
come
possible.
here.
He might.
He does.
He's under contract. Who cares?
He's in Washington.
He's been
They're
talking
just
shit
as
about
bad.
us for the past 3 years.
He's a shit talker. That's what he does.
He loves
He's
talking
from
shit
Michigan.
to the fans. Yeah, Flint.
Yeah, that's what he does.
You a
From
fan? You a
Flint.
fan?
If you
At this point,
resign,
it's just nobody wants to be them. Yeah, well, you guys had like 2 more wins.
he's trying to
than
make
us,
himself
buddy.
feel better. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all that was.
And he wears stupid sweaters.
He does.
He does wear stupid sweaters. I can confirm. Sources.
I
say.
wouldn't mind Kuzma, but like, we can't gas ourselves up like this, man. We're talking Ingram and Kuzma, and we're gonna end up with Tobias Harris. Like, we got to talk bottom shelf guys.
I think Kuzma kind of is a bottom shelf type guy.
Well, Kuzma would be a
He's
guy
a power bottom.
But Spencer,
he's a power bottom.
it's not his choice. He just signed a 4-year contract last year.
Does
We
he
got
have a
him
no
for 3
trade
years.
clause?
No, he's not that good. Come on.
Kyle Kuzma?
No, I could see him give. They probably had to give him that to.
Yeah,
sign
he
him.
signed with Washington, bro. You act like Washington's got all the cards. No, he doesn't.
Yeah,
have
you
a
got the
no-trade
answers. Sweet.
That's what I'm
4-year,
saying.
$90 million contract.
This one's from Koo.
Kuzma?
No, not Kuzma. Just Koo. Koo Khalil.
Shout
Of
out.
Locked On Pistons. Shout out to the homie. But he's put this trade out there, and this is actually before the news about Memphis. He suggested our pick number 5 in exchange for Marcus Smart and pick 9.
There's no way Memphis does that.
Yeah, they're contending.
They love Marcus. They traded 2
Memphis
picks.
contending? What are you talking about, Chris?
They traded 2 picks to give up for Marcus Smart, and they are contending. With
Listen.
Ja, they're one of the best teams in the West.
Yeah, if Ja doesn't turn to Jamal Woe there with the 9,
Hard
like
pass.
they're good. They're a contending team in the NBA. They were the year before last, so they are a team that looks at themselves as a contender. That's why you trade 2 firsts for Marcus Smart. You view yourself that way.
I'm out on Smart. My bad, Chris. I thought you were done talking.
No. That's
and the biggest reason why he's a worse 3-point shooter than Jaden Ivey. Yeah, he brings that dog mentality on defense, but no way am I pairing Marcus Smart. Am I moving back 4 spots in the draft to pick up a guy that shoots 31% from 3? I'm out on Smart.
And you got to think about, too, he looked at Tatum, a very similar player to Kay Cunningham that he played with, just a little less playmaking.
That's true.
But, no, he stood next to Tatum and Jaylen Brown and was like, guys, I got this, and was taking all the hero shots. Like, is that really a guy, while you like the defensive tenacity, the work ethic he brings to this team, I think, 1, because of his physical play style, his best days are behind him, and 2, I don't know if that's the right kind of locker room guy. Not saying he's a bad guy, but saying that he's the type of guy that would look at this team. You won 14 games. None of you can tell me shit.
Yeah, the
And
more
just
we
start
talk
jacking
about
up.
this, the more depressed I get.
Wow. He has that Detroit attitude, that
But
grit.
Can he shoot?
What was the percentages you said?
31.
Get the fuck out. He's that bad.
Yeah, shot 30,
I thought he was so much better than that.
33.6 the year before.
And he shoots them too. He
Yeah.
shoots like 7 a game. It's not like it's like on like 2 attempts he shoots like 7 a game.
He averaged last year, averaged 6.7. The year before
Caleb,
that,
great
5,
point.
5, 5, 6, 6. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, not good. 32% career 3-point shooter. He got defense, though.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, so does Asar.
I'm just saying. Yeah,
I'm
you're right.
out.
I'm out.
Okay,
Oh,
how
man.
about this?
All right.
Zach LaVine and 11 for pick number 5. That's a guy who can shoot.
I want
Finish
more.
the rim.
You got to give me another pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his
To
contract.
take Zach LaVine's contract, I
That's
need
3
more
years.
than that.
Somebody told me when you trade, there's a 15%. The contract goes up 15% or some shit like that.
It goes
No,
up.
15% trade kicker. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah. What is
yeah.
that?
That's if most contracts sign it. well, that's kind of a standard practice. It's way more common than no trade clause.
I'll explain what it is, though.
But yeah, it's just a 15% salary like boost off of being traded.
That's fucking yeah. We could get a haul. It's definitely more than pick 11.
Yeah, you're getting more than that if you're taking Zach.
I don't want them picks undressed.
I forget who said it.
Bucky naked, no
but
protection.
There's an NBA source that said the only people who are somewhat interested in Zach LaVine are the Lakers and the Pistons.
Yeah. That's the one right there, boys.
Bring him home, boys. Bring him home. That's
Cody
where I'm
Williams.
at.
Hey, Cody Williams could be right there at 11 too.
Yeah, bring him home. Give me 11 and give me 2 first-round picks, and you can have 5.
Did they?
Fucking 3, bro. His $50 million.
Yeah.
Per year?
50. Yeah. With
For
the
2
kicker?
years?
No.
It's like hold on,
it's $43 million this year. That's all I know. I don't know what the jumps are after that, but
well, hold on.
This is the type of guy that you are going to have to, like, when Trajan spoke about adding veterans and assets, this is a move that would do that while also increasing the talent level on this team to actually help out a guy like Cade Cunningham if he can stay healthy. Played in 25 games last season.
Again,
so I'd have to do the math on what the kicker is. Somebody commented on one of my posts yesterday on X. Shout out. Follow me at Swiggy Sports _ and they said it would hit up at that 50 million area. Because as of now, this year it's 43. This is without the trade kicker. 2025-26 is 45, 45.9, so really 46. And then 2026-27, I got to put like too many 20s in that last one.
Yeah.
It hits 48.9. And again, this is all before that 15% trade. That's a heavy fucking money.
I don't know. I don't know how it works as far as the cap, how it affects the cap, but I know that that's what it is. It's a 15%.
I know it's a thing. I just don't know how the math on it works.
But the other thing too to consider again, guys, is the prospects you love. This is a very shaky draft. We don't know where they're going. So if you are moving back to, say, 11, you got to be confident there's at least 3 guys that you want because nobody knows who's going to be drafting where. There's so much room for movement. So if you're trading back from 5 to, say, 8 or 11 or 9 or 12, there could all be very different scenarios. Like, I mean,
or 6 or 7 or 8.
Real quick.
Homie dropped up the 50 burger in LCA this year.
Here it is for me. If I'm making the
lost.
trade, I want future assets. Again, like, congratulations, everybody get drafted tonight. Fuck this draft class.
So you're saying,
give me
you
future
just said
assets.
trade to 1.
You did do.
No, I mean, I had to make a topic that day, and yeah, if I would be okay with it, they did that, but no future assets.
No.
We're not at that position. What? This is what we
talk is cheap. It's like, yeah, I'd be okay with that, but no.
No, I want future
Yeah,
assets.
you're not getting Zach LaVine.
The same thing, I'd be okay with Tobias. It's not my. I don't want that.
You're not giving me Zach LaVine without giving me more.
At least
picks.
3, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to like Austin Eckler. I need to run those eyebrows. Chicago Bulls, you're gonna need to run some picks.
Sounds so crazy. I can't think.
Yeah, run them eyebrows, Austin Eckler. And yeah, if I'm taking on the dead body of Zach LaVine at $50 million, you're giving me at least
Damn it.
2 unprotected first-round picks.
OG Anunoby just signed with the Knicks.
Did he?
Yeah.
How much? How much?
5 years, $212 million. So I don't know the math on that. That's like almost 40, right? Or that is 40.
Yeah.
That's more than 40.
Yeah.
5 years.
I said I'd pay that if I was Detroit.
42.4.
Fuck yeah.
I
dude.
said 43.
Oh,
wow.
We all knew it was coming in
Their
over
defense
35.
is gonna be nasty next
The
year.
defense is definitely be nasty. I can't wait for the Celtics to beat them though. So go watch you fucking
Fuck
squeal.
no. Fuck you. This guy's a Celtics fan. I don't.
'cause you're a
And a
fucking
He's a
Michigan
Celtics fan
dude.
and a
That's like
Zach
being a
Edey
Cowboys
fan.
fan.
And a
That's
Michigan
To be
crazy.
honest, it's worse
And
than
a
being a
Michigan
Cowboys fan. At least the Cowboys won in the fucking 90s. The fucking Knicks have done dick in forever.
Hey, Bernard King won.
And your favorite player's not even there.
It's true.
Walt Frazier,
Stop.
NBA champ.
Yep. Walt Frazier.
Well, it's time for us to go to break. It's time for Spinny to tell us about
Lady Jane.
Lady James.
Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in, sit back, relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Lady Jane's, walk in anytime, 7 days a week. It's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years with 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you same day. Local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
All right, chat.
W's in the chat.
W's in the chat. Noah wants us to squeeze in a Lions topic because he thinks none of the Pistons topics will do well because they'll outdate themselves. So, Spinny, chat.
We can do the Toby versus Obi, though.
His name ain't Toby.
That's what you wrote it down. Oh, no, you didn't put Tobias.
Tobias.
Toby.
There's something in your blood want to call that man Toby for some reason, huh?
Hey, he calls himself Toby.
I don't think he does.
The whole Toby and Obi thing, that was the thing. Or Bobby. Bobby and Toby.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I think you.
Also, what a
source.
What
It's
a
Chris.
weird friendship that was.
Oh, I love that. That was the best.
Yeah.
He started here, by the way.
They're still friends. They
They're
do.
still friends,
They
yeah.
do
Do commercials and
fucking.
That's the wildest part about it. It grew to like
Goldfish
that level
commercials.
because they weren't even like they didn't win a championship. They
No.
weren't. They were just
Well, they played with each
Best
other
buds.
here and in LA and in
they're just here in LA,
Philly,
right?
I think.
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah.
you're right.
They were a duo. Had to sign them both if you wanted.
Dynamic.
one of
Yeah,
them.
you got to sign him as a package
Maybe
deal
we
for
get both
commercials.
them back.
Dude,
You can fucking put Klingon in the fucking Klingons. All right. So you want to do it? Let's do this. We're actually, I'm letting Spinny decide. We have Lions players that made the CBS's top 100.
no, bro. People want to. We've been talking Pistons.
It's
people
draft day,
People
yes.
are here for us to talk
Okay,
Pistons.
cool. I agree. All right, let's do this one because this is a Pistons topic, and he also be able to clip this one too.
I love you, Noah. I'm sorry, but this is a weird day where if we talk Lions, we'll lose viewers.
It's very true. Okay. So obviously, Trajan said he's willing to wait it out with this young core.
Yes.
He didn't speak to Ivy specifically.
Yes.
But we know what the young core is. It's Heem,
Heem.
Cade, Darren, and Asar. I'm assuming that's what the young core is when he said that. Those are the Heems he's speaking of.
The Heems, yes.
Okay. Are you cool with that?
No. I've said it before. I think 2 of those 5 assets need to be moved before next year. And those 5 assets being Ivy, Duran, Asor, the
Stewart.
number 5 pick, and
Stewart, right?
Stewart. Yeah. Stewart, Ivy, Duran, Asor, and the 5 pick. 2 of those 5 need to be moved before next year. So I don't know what 2 those are. I'm not going to be mad if any of the 2 that go. The 2 that I'd like to keep the most are Asor and Duran. So we'll see what happens, but I don't think you could just run it back with that roster.
So you hate Kate Cunningham.
I love Kate Cunningham.
It's the 2 you'd rather keep, you said.
Kate Cunningham was not a part of the 5.
He's part of your young core. What do you mean? He's not part of the
100%.
5?
100%.
I guess I did. 100%
You
there.
totally 100%.
All right, lay it on me one more game.
Kate-
Out of these 5 assets,
Who are the 5?
Stewart, Asor, Ivy, Duran, and the number 5 pick. 2 of those you can't have 2 of those next year.
I'm cool with it in a situation that I
But
initially
Wiseman has
wasn't
gone
cool
too.
with.
That's true. Wiseman was part of the young core.
Oh yeah, he was renounced today. I believe his rights were announced, wasn't it?
Shit, he's gonna be playing for the Guangdong
Hot
Tigers.
commodity. Either way,
Would he cook Klingon in the post?
probably.
He's gonna be hanging out with
Probably.
Killian
Not gonna lie.
overseas here shortly.
We saw
I
him
would
cooking
think-
up backups in the post in the back half of the season. People are like, "Oh my god!
Yeah, look at him.
Look at him go!
He's gonna be a star.
He's
The
on the way
Taj
up."
Gibson effect.
That's like I'm not even go there because we were on this topic. I would be cool with it, and I can make sense of it in terms of keeping this young core in this way. Because obviously the team was fucking awful last year. But the way I'd be cool with it is if you do a piece that I wasn't initially cool with, and that is grabbing Tobias Harris.
Yeah.
And maybe or another vet along with it. Because at that point, you can win games, and you can put Ivy, Duren, whoever it may be in a winning scenario to just make them look better and just raise their value by that. You know what I'm saying? Like, start Tobias with Cade, but then allow Ivy to get work in with Fontecchio, get his assist numbers up, let him run the floor as like the guy, staggered.
So you're propping him up.
Staggered five. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You're putting lipstick on the pig. Making it look a little bit prettier. Because, again, Ivy's rookie year, he looked a lot better. Who was on the court with him his rookie year? Who was this? Okay.
I could tell you who wasn't on the sidelines.
Yeah, Cade wasn't there. Ivy looked better. So, yeah, stagger him that way. Get some veteran pieces. Win games. So it looks like you at least like win or do something with this, and then
don't stagger them like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Stagger them like somebody else. I just think of it all the time. Like, what do you think these world-class athletes who perfect their bodies and health think of us two fat fucks sitting up here calling
lipstick
pigs?
on the pig?
I think about that all the fucking time, dude. Like, when I'm yelling at my phone about the Tigers, I'm like, what if, like, Spencer Torkelson sees this? It's like, who's this fucking fat intern? Like, telling me I can't hit. I don't know.
It's true. Hey, Brian Windhorst told Luka he's out of shape, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
He's lazy. He's lazy. He's out of shape. He doesn't put in the effort. Yeah, I'd be cool in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Raise the value. Because I got to be honest with you, as much as I thought you get a lot more out of Ivy last year, I feel like his value is like at an all-time low right now.
I think a big reason why it is at an all-time low is because of Monty Williams. He set him up for failure last season. I would be down to see them run it back again with upgraded talent around those two, specifically Cade and Ivy. And then, like you talked about, stagger them where Ivy can play that number one type role, where we have seen him struggle at times with Cade Cunningham. But if he's, if the minutes are staggered and he is the lead ball handler, I think we could see him thrive in that role. But I think for me, the guy out of these assets that I would trade is Asar, because he simply can't shoot. That's where I'm at with Asar Thompson. If you cannot shoot, you cannot play in this league. I would try to sell high on him, which I don't even know what his return would be because of the injuries and the obvious health concerns with the blood clot. So,
real quick, can I ask, just because I've heard this a few times now?
Yeah.
And I could probably get an idea for it. I feel like this guy just genuinely just failed the team. But where did Monty fail Ivy specifically?
He started Killian Hayes 31 games last
What do you think
season.
that was him trying to stagger the two?
Trying to stagger him. I don't think there's any I don't think there's any excuse when you're starting a guy and Killian Hayes over a guy like Jaden Ivey. There's no excuse.
I get the initial thought process again because I think they work better staggered, but just Killian is so fucking bad. There's no justifying that one specifically.
That's what I'm saying.
He wanted to.
By the way, Killian cut from the French team. For all you guys that was sharing that little workout video.
Yeah, surprise. He looked like Jumbo Julian Newman. Like, you guys know who Julian Newman is?
Yeah.
He does these stupid. He was this high school phenom. He's like 5'2" and dribbles like a bulldog. And like when Killian did it, he looked. I was like, no way. He's just turning into tall Julian Newman. And yeah, Killian's dog water. He might not even get signed by a Chinese team. He'll have to play in Uzbekistan.
To be honest with you, I feel like
we'll go play for that Lithuanian team that LaMelo played for a while.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Do you think we could see one of these guys move tonight, fellas?
Yes. I think it's quite possible.
I mean, Stu. That's why, like, when I said my young core, I didn't include Stu in there because I think he's older than all of them. One. And secondly, they're already talking about, like, getting a gauge on his market. So I didn't really include him.
That's the thing, too. This team won 14 games, so if you're counting Cade Cunningham, who's obviously going to be a part of the rotation, so it's 6, but we're not keeping him. So for all intents and purposes, the 5 assets that Spencer named, you are not keeping 6 things in a rotation of a 5 things in a rotation from a 14-win team. You're not. Like, you have to get rid of, I'm with Spencer, you get rid of 2 of them. You look at, I'm the highest on the core 4, obviously, of Cade, Ivy, Asar, Duren, but I think you really got to look at moving one of those 4 that's not named Cade Cunningham and
I don't
Isaiah
like calling
Stewart.
them the core 4.
Because I mean, what have they been like? What have
That's
they done
not a
to earn?
core of any good team.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that is just your four. Just call them your four.
Yeah,
It's your lottery picks that have been jumbled together to get you the most consecutive losses in NBA history.
Yes.
That's what your core four is.
You can't bring back. I mean, a 10-man rotation is a lot in the NBA. So, like, you can't have half of your rotation be from a 14-win team. You just can't do it. Mathematics say, I don't care how early it is to move off these young guys. You got to. Unless you're just burying them deep in the rotation, they're not even in the rotation anymore. Like a Sar or an Ivy, and I don't necessarily see that happening either.
Yeah, it sucks because
yeah,
like they're all good guys. I'm sure. Like I love Ivy as a person, but
yeah,
like it's a business. It's a business.
And we might have just failed him. You know what I mean?
I met him before.
We did fail him. It wasn't gonna fucking work.
We did fail him.
We did fail him.
We have.
And then
failed
people
this
say, "You hate Ivy. You hate." No, I don't fucking hate Ivy. I just hate the fit. I hate the fit. I've always said this is before the fucking draft. He could work in a situation where he's the guy. And his rookie year, you saw it when he was the guy and there was no Cade Cunningham. It looked like somebody could be somewhat promising. You put them together, not the same. We failed him by fucking making the selection. If you knew he had value at that point, if you're Troy Weaver, and that night, I said it, or not even that night, but on the way to that draft, said Troy selects, Jaden Ivey. Oh, he's not stupid enough to select Jaden Ivey. I want Jaden Ivey! Listen, at that point, and you know he holds value. You knew New York really, really wanted him. They already own one of your picks. You should have negotiated something there. Because now we're in a situation where we need assets, or at least need to use our picks to go grab a veteran piece, and we can't because New York owns our fucking first-round pick for the next, 3 to 4 years. At that point, you should have got our pick back and something else, and you gave them Ivy. We wanted Mitchell Robinson at that point, too. We ended up getting Duren.
Yeah.
Well, remember the report. I mean, maybe for Ivy, they would have liked it more, but when we were engaging with them on Bojan, they were not interested in giving up the rights to our pick. And I don't blame them, because what if this organization tells you that you should get rid of that pick? Everything tells you, hey, keep that Pistons pick, man.
To be top 15, yeah, for sure. Yeah, at the very least.
But you guys want to hear a wild, crazy stat about this draft? And it's a prospect before we go to break.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dalton Knecht is 1 month older than Isaiah Stewart, and we're talking about him being the old head on this team. That's
4-4.
insane.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Yep.
That is actually wild.
Tell us about KDK Law.
I'll tell you about KDK Law, guys. If you're dealing with any family matters, visitation, custody, divorce, whatever it may be, KDK Law has got your back. Contact them by using the QR code above my head. Make sure Kevin and Catherine get you right. They'll pay for your filing fee if you tell them the heavyweight sent you. That's KDK Law. Check them out.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Hamp for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Dispo Dispensary is your local cannabis plug. So much so, I was just there yesterday getting the best deals, the best bud, and the best atmosphere. We'll be there Friday, too, at Dispo Romeo. Free food, best deals. Dispo Dispensary, local cannabis plug. Must be 21 and older to participate.
Shout out.
All right. You said what now? Watch it during the stream?
Yeah, just...
Is it on Twitter?
Yeah.
All right.
But we are talking Pistons here. We got a lot to talk about. Obviously, the NBA draft is tonight. We've been going over different scenarios and what they're going to do at 5, what they're going to do with their 4, what they're going to do with different scenarios, and how that will all work out.
That's bad. What? I was fucking. They don't pay attention to anything else other than that video?
Yep.
Can't handle myself.
What is your step-by-step? What is your perfect draft day scenario?
Perfect draft day scenario. You put lipstick on that fat pig Jaden Ivey.
Dude, jeez.
Make him look nice and pretty. Put a filter on him too. Take a picture of him. Make him look pretty. You send it over to Kings. Send it over to.
Why do the Kings want him?
I just feel like they're stupid enough to want it. Oh, shiny. They'll make the trade. No, honest to God, my perfect step-by-step draft day scenario. If you move forward and sign Tobias Harris, again, I can make sense of it because then I think you can get more value out of Jaden Ivey, more value out of Jalen Duren. But other than that, it's just trade back for future assets. I think the trade with the Chicago Bulls is the one that I like the most because not only are you getting an asset in Zach LaVine, who is a baller when healthy. I don't think that's indisputable. He's a fucking dog when healthy. Shoots very well too. He brings you that rim pressure you guys all love with Jaden Ivey. But then you also can collect a couple first-round picks with that too. Whether it be 2, whether it be 3, whatever it is. But I want picks for the future just because I've mentioned all throughout the show that this draft class isn't great.
So Evan Sitterly, who covers the NBA for Forbes, did put out there that the Grizzlies are determined to secure Donovan Clingan tonight. Memphis has made aggressive trade offers to multiple teams in order to leapfrog the Trailblazers at number 7. If Clingan doesn't go to the Rockets, Memphis is eagerly awaiting the opportunity to move up. And he talked about a potential player to be put in that as Santi Aldama. Chris, how do you feel about that?
That guy.
He looks like you.
I bet the over on him of 4 points, and that motherfucker got the under. I hate that man. I hate that man.
Get some help.
No, all jokes aside, he had some like crazy games last year, but Memphis has a lot of players that played really well on a team that like kind of was terrible, but at the same time won some games. So I can't say I watched enough of him to be impressed with him. I'd rather be looking at future assets than a player like him. But yeah, I mean, him, obviously Gigi Jackson was a player that I was impressed with from Memphis. I don't think they're planning on giving him up, but I'm open to him as a prospect, but I don't necessarily love that. Again, I want to get, like you said, the Zach LaVine trade makes the most sense because I know that guy, when healthy, plays well. The salary cap's going up, and if you can get multiple firsts for him, I really like that. Now, I don't know how interested Chicago is in partying with multiple, but
last year, Santi in 61 games played in about 26 minutes per game, averaged 11 points, 1 block,
11, and I couldn't get 4,
2.3 assists, about 6 rebounds, and shot 35% from 3 on 5 attempts per game.
Don't hate that number.
And like I said, he's a bigger guy. He's a power forward. Is that a piece that you'd be willing to take? Obviously, you'd get more than just him. You'd get picks as well.
100%.
Bench 4.
I like him. He's kind of like he's a little more mobile than Bertans, and he's not like quite the shooter of Bertans, where that's his only skill set. But I don't want to call him Sarge either. Maybe he's kind of a little Sarge-y.
How many picks are you attaching to him?
Well, he would be a part of the package to move up.
That's what I'm saying.
So it'd be him, and I mean, you don't have to attach picks to him. He would just be a piece,
right? But
and then you get another probably pick or 2.
That's what I'm saying. Like
probably him and a pick and 11.
I think maybe honestly too, because remember, this is a team that offered 4 unprotected firsts for Mikal, which funny enough, that's what he went for yesterday. But Memphis has shown that if they really like a player, if they think they're that piece away. They've been very cautious on who that piece is, but if they think it's Clingan, just like they thought it was Bridges, then I buy the fact that it's, multiple firsts and this prospect. I think that's about the price that Memphis would look at for a guy that they view as their quote unquote missing piece. So I'm with it. I definitely better than a lot of the other offers that we have on the table.
Caleb, Nick, how you guys feeling?
I would definitely do it because you're getting the future assets part of it, and I think that's the biggest part of tonight. But I just don't know how is this, like, why is this getting all reported? They're just gonna outbid like themselves in a point.
They're trying to get above
OKC.
They're trying to outbid OKC and get above Portland.
Usually, if they're leaking all of this information, though, I just don't know how realistic it is. Personally, like, if everything's coming out in that organization right now, like, they're if they know that, if everybody knows that they want Klingon so bad, like this is not a good look for their organization to be coming out with
that's
all
how
this.
bad they want those. Like I don't know that it's getting leaked by them. I think there's just been like we want them so bad, like sluts fucking
says they made
offered everything
offers,
up to everybody. Yeah. That everyone's like, yeah, they're fucking.
Well, then if you
can smash for sure if you want to. She's right over there.
Not even 2 drinks.
Well, if you can hold it for ransom and obviously get the best offer, I'm all in for this one then. Because it sounds like they're madly in love with him. Caleb, will you do this?
Yeah, and I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, if we're getting what pick does not? If we're getting 9, another pick, and then Aldama, I don't think that's bad value. Aldama's 23 years old. I watched him play a little bit last year because he was on my fantasy team. I did win the whole league, and he was on the team, so that was cool. But
shout out,
nice flex.
He's a pretty good. He only averages 2 assists, but he's a pretty good facilitator at the 4. Like he finds open guys a lot in the post too. I don't want to say Jokic-like, but he's a good passer. 35% from 3. I like him as a player. I don't know exactly where he fits on the Pistons.
A poor man Sengun.
A poor man Sengun, I'd say, is a pretty good comparison.
Really poor.
Speaking of Sengun,
yeah, that's crazy that they want to trade him. Is that what you're gonna say?
Well, they want KD.
I know, but you shouldn't trade Sengun.
Oh, I love Sengun. I love him ever since I watched him in Summer League. I felt stupid because I'm like, I'm putting some stock in like this 6'10" white guy that I've seen one time, but he looks pretty fucking sick right now. He's like a poor man's fucking Jokic a little bit.
He is. But they did have that run. Remember, they did have that run when he went down. Again, I would probably keep Sengun and trade Jalen Green. That was the player that really emerged.
Yeah, especially if you're able to keep 3, then grab Shepard. Then I don't think they'd keep.
Have Amon.
It's not happening, by the way. I meant to tell you guys this.
KD's not going there.
He's not. They want him. They wanted him, and they're trying to build up a move to go get him. It felt like they dumped space to go do it. But then
Woj came out and
Matt Ishbia, literally from Twitter, was like, everyone has a draft take. Here's mine. We love Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant loves Phoenix, and we're going to contend for a championship with them this next year. So basically shutting everything down. Kevin Durant's not getting traded. I commented, though. I was like, what about Book, though?
Question for you guys.
Light-skinned brother over there.
Yeah, that was wild that Ishbia came out and said that.
I love that guy.
I like that the owner came out and did that. I know you've met him before. Easy. My question to you guys, this is a little step-by-step what I would want to see that would be adding a proven vet that's been here before. Pistons go from 5 to 14 for Jeremy Grant and their pick in the this draft. Would you guys do 5 for 14 in Grant?
No, because if other teams are offering me 3 first, I'm taking that and going to them.
The Grizzly offer is not on the table because Klingon goes 4.
Oh, well, Klingon's not going 4 to San Antonio. They're not drafting a center after they just drafted Wemby.
They traded to the Grizzlies, Chris. Come on, we're role playing here. Come on.
The report said that
hey, stranger,
San Antonio isn't trading.
This is draft day. I'm Kevin Costner. God damn it.
What trade do you want to make, Step Bro? I'm stuck in this trade scenario, Step Bro.
Move your car.
I am Kevin Costner. God damn it.
And this is my ranch. And if you want to
go draft, trade for Grant, and no matter what.
Kevin Costner in this scenario. And this is my ranch.
If you want to work here, you're going to have to put out. Oh, man.
So you guys are out on that trade?
Yeah.
What was the trade? I honestly didn't even hear it.
He said Jeremy Grant and 14?
Yeah.
For
Grant
pick 5.
Grant and 14.
No, I don't want to be stuck in that trade scenario, Step Bro. I don't think that's the
I wouldn't want to be stuck in that washer.
I'm stuck in this trade scenario, Step Bro.
I put a video into chat.
Right,
Can you 3-cam it? And we're going to play it. It is a Matas Brazilius highlight film. That, to get us a little juiced about the potential pick that everyone's mocking to the Pistons at 5.
Yeah, I guess we might as well talk about that one because that is the mock that's happening.
Well, first, let's go to break first. Let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness. Because, we're in the Planet Fitness studios. And Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals.
I'm Kevin Costner.
Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym I call I call RIP. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $10 a month. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by. More than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
What is it? The merch? Head on over to
merch?
woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today. Get yourself some brand new merch. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all that guaranteed to turn heads. Head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today and get yourself some brand new merch.
I can't believe Nick was trying to role play as Kevin Costner in the middle
I
of
sent you. I sent a picture of Slag too.
Have you guys ever seen Draft Day?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tied in.
It's funny because I do always think he's playing a cowboy.
Yeah.
I'm Kevin Costner. This is my range.
This is my dude. Yellowstone's a great show.
Oh, is he like Yellowstone?
Yeah, he's
the
John
This is my. That's tomorrow's thumbnail for sure.
He's John Dutton in Yellowstone.
They're putting Nick's face on him.
It's a great show. But
things are going down.
I teased it before the break. To get us a little hype, this is the guy that all the experts are predicting the Detroit Pistons take at number 5. It's Matas Brazilius. I probably butchered
you got it.
that.
No, you got it.
But this is Nick's pick. This is who he wants. I got a highlight film for it. Run this for us, Chris, and I'll do the music.
That's him on Offense?
Yes. In transition. Step back.
Yeah, it's it was a low light tape I saw on I forget who posted it on Twitter. Nick _XO on Twitter. Shout out to you. He got it from he didn't even post it. Never mind. Cade. Post Cade Fade on Twitter posted this. So yeah. This is who we're gonna be adding to the team.
Spin move.
But his high school shooting stats, he can't miss.
To the rack.
He is just like Franz Wagner. That's all I've been
Franz
hearing.
can shoot.
I'm playing, dude. This is what everyone's saying. He's just like Franz Wagner. Dude can't dribble. Dude can't shoot. We just saw it. He's going up against G League guys. Like, I am out on Matas at all costs. Just because he was a projected number 1 pick a year ago and then played a season where he shot under 25% from 3. Obviously can't dribble to save his life. Like, what are we talking about here? He's nothing like Franz Wagner. So,
yeah, I gotta be honest.
He's white and he has size. That's where you're at with all the Franz counts.
Nick with the quotables today, man.
Yeah,
he's white and he has size.
I'm Kevin Costner.
Listen, man, if this
he shot worse from 3 in the G League than Osor Thompson did. So think of that. Remember that. Chris solo cam me.
All right.
You could talk about his elite high school performances. He shot worse in the G League than Osor Thompson did. But we project him to be an elite shooter in the NBA, right? I don't want Matas. Give me Cody Williams. Give me Dalton Connect. Come on. Or give me death. Like, I don't want to see this guy.
Yeah,
He's Franz, but bad at basketball.
I just don't know why you do it. It makes zero sense. If this front office is as bright as they're sold to us as, I just don't know why they would be making this pick. I really don't.
And I think one thing that stood out from yesterday's conversation with Zarek is the fact that he said that you can't connect the dots if you
don't draft Dalton Connect.
If Michael tell him because he's his agent.
Yeah.
You can't connect the dots. Are you serious? That you can't?
You do kind of big brain.
It was kind of oversold. Yeah, I'm not.
But
because he's still projected to be like a top 7 guy,
but not a fit with this Detroit Lions or Detroit Pistons team if he can't shoot.
No, he's not at all.
I mean, if they want to,
this team finished fucking 29th in 3-point makes.
If they want to sign a white guy who can't shoot, like, you can give me a couple $1 million and I'll go do it. Like, I'll give you a nasty post move. Like, but come on, what are we doing here? I'm good on Matas. I need a shooter. I do. I would love defense, but you need to be a shooter.
Well, what are the chances that we all look like Michael Rappaport? Who the fuck is Tengus Pengus? And this guy actually
extremely low because he played in the G League. So it's not like he was nowhere to be found, from parts unknown. Like, he played for the Ignite. The guy has tape against former NBA players, and he shot worse than Oscar Thompson.
We just watched his lowlights. And to be honest, like, again, we have a guy on his team that shoots the 3 poorly and plays defense already. Oscar Thompson. What are we doing doubling up on that?
Nick would be in hell if we had 2 Oscar Thompsons on this team.
Oh my God.
This team would be in the G League if we had these 2 guys starting every night. Like, Jesus.
Like, that's the plus on him, right? The defense, right? I mean, like, what else? Like,
it's a plus-ish, but it really, that's the issue with him, is that a lot of it is projecting that he will put it all together. A lot of his strength is that his weaknesses are something that they think he can overcome. Like, they're saying, oh, he's not as bad of a shooter. Oh, he's got room to grow as a ball handler. Like, all of these
Sounds
things.
like you're trying to make sense of going back to your toxic ex.
It's
she wasn't that bad. Yeah. Oh, she didn't stab me too many times. Oh, she only called the cops 4 times. At some point, she's just terrible. So he could get better offensively. Oh, he could get better off the dribble. Oh, he could be a better shooter. Oh, he could get better defense. Well, what does he do good right now? That you come on. No. If you can't shoot, I don't want you.
Poindexter in Woodward Sports Chat says, are you guys just not going to acknowledge Franz shooting 28% last season? That's his government.
No, his name is not Poindexter.
Yes, it is. He cashed at me.
It's probably his cash at me.
Yes.
That's crazy. That would be wild.
Here's the thing with that one. All right, it's 28% at the NBA level, and then you also have 2 sample sizes of him shooting 30+% at the NBA level. That's different than a kid in the G League only shooting 27%. And I believe that the true shooting percentage was like less than that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Franz's career is 33%, even with that horrible season last year.
Yes.
And he is a lot better of a passer, and he can dribble fluidly. Like, that was not it, what we just saw. And that's against G League competition.
Yeah.
Like, Franz is dusting, like, NBA players on the transition. Matas isn't doing that.
What is his biggest sell?
I saw some athleticism. Right? I saw some athleticism there, but that's really
they're all athletes at that level, though, right?
It's the frame, like.
He's got like a 6'10" wingspan. He's like equal wingspan too. It's not anything crazy.
Yeah, but I mean 6'10" is good size for an NBA player.
6'10" on a 6'10" guy though.
Yeah.
Saloon's got fucking 7'2".
Saloon.
Shout out Poindexter. Carry on. I apologize.
No,
Caleb, do you like Matas?
I'm just laughing.
No, I'm out. I'm out on Matas. If that happens, I will be pretty upset. But kind of everything points to that happening, right?
I don't think so. I think the same people also had fucking that garbage can Klingon go #1 overall too, just like 2 days ago.
DNC ENT says, so we're completely discrediting Fred Vinson, but crowning. I don't want Fred Vinson up at 5 a.m. smoking cigarettes, hating his life. Like, give him at least one guy that he doesn't have to completely reshape his jump shot to make work. He's already got a fucking project in front of him with Oscar Thompson. Like, don't give him another one. Like, hey, I know you have the worst 3-point shooter in the NBA that you got to fix. Let me get 2 more. Like, no. Like, here go 2 more for you. No. Give him somebody that at least has a good jump shot to be like, okay, we can just guide you. He's already going to be up at night having nightmares of Sar Thompson's 3-pointer. I don't need him to be awake having nightmares of Matas's as well.
All right,
Malcolm Brogdon, pick 14. And
my season's falling apart.
And the first overall pick in 2029.
Yeah, that was it. You want to read it?
Go for it, Nick.
Per Woj, the Washington Wizards are trading forward Denny Advia to the Portland Trailblazers for Malcolm Brogdon in the 14th pick tonight and 2029 pick.
Well, there
Sources
goes
tell
Chris's
ESPN.
number 1 trade target for the Pistons, Malcolm Brogdon.
It was the most sought after trade.
The highest commodity.
I don't like that 14's off the board too.
It was on the goal line. I don't know how it didn't happen.
For my draft day scenario of Jeremy Grant returning to the Pistons.
Our first
possible.
overall or our number 1 first round picks becoming second round picks. Because like now
It
second
feels
round
like it,
picks,
right?
This
second
year's
round
draft.
picks are nothing now. So they'll be like, yeah, we traded 12 second round picks for Sadiq Bey. It's like, okay, nobody cares. Now you're getting Dennis Avdia or
Denny Advia.
Is it Avia? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's the Advia. Yeah.
Yeah, I know how to
Avdia.
spell it because I see it in 2K all the time. But you're getting a first round pick for him.
Yes, Malcolm Brogdon and 2029 pick. So what's Malcolm Brogdon's salary? I wonder if that's a salary
22
dump
million.
there.
$22 million
So,
expiring.
That ain't even bad. And it's expiring.
Yeah, is that a move that you think the Pistons should have looked to take on Brogdon to get a first?
I
Trade a
thought,
guy like
I
Stu?
thought they should have. I thought they should have, but I was called stupid.
You didn't have a first round pick in there. You just said, should we trade for Malcolm Brogdon? No.
I had to be fair, I had
Thaddeus Young.
To be fair, I had seconds, and they're also getting Denny Advia. So like Portland's getting a good prospect. He was balling at the end of the year, so that's why the first is attached. It's not a first to get rid of Malcolm. It's a
But have you
Shot
seen
37%
Logan
last
Gray
year.
says Stu might get 3 firsts. So.
I was just gonna say, have you seen
shit.
Malachi Flynn drop 50?
That's a good point. If you're
Great point, Nick.
If you're balling for the Wizards in the
Kevin-
last 10 games of the year, that doesn't mean you're a great player.
You guys can make fun of the Pistons all you want, but how many franchises have back-to-back 50-point scores in a season?
That's true. Who did it first?
Sadiq, right? Wasn't that 2 years ago? Or is that longer?
Oh, I
That's
thought you
it,
meant
2 years
back-to-back
ago.
nights.
Did anybody show up to
Bledsoe
Montaz's
spells for
birthday
drop
party?
50. Malachi Flynn can do it too.
Dude, you could tell me anything
They're
that happened
both
past
half
January
black,
3rd.
half Cheeto men.
You could tell me anything happened past January 3rd of the Pistons season last year, and I'd believe
Yeah,
it.
Blake Griffins was against Joel Embiid, and it was a 50-point triple-double to win the game.
Who was Malachi Flynn's against?
The Raptors, I think, and they lost.
The Hawks. They
Oh, yeah,
lost.
the
Oh, yeah, it
Hawks.
was the Hawks.
And they lost the game.
DeJounte Murray?
I don't think DeJounte Murray played.
Dude.
I don't think he did.
Put him in a blender. I didn't even watch that game. But I remember getting the notification, like, there's no way.
Tell us about
There's
the
no way
morning
I'm
show,
reading
Nick.
this right now.
Every single morning when you wake up, make sure you're putting on Wake Up Woodward. It's 8 to
Woo,
10
crew.
a.m. live on Woodward Sports. It's with Kool-Aid, Flannel Sam Broder, JB, and KG. Every single morning is to cover all of Detroit sports. Make sure when you wake up, you're waking up with Woodward. Check it out.
The game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Yo, let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Trying out Planet Fitness, and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night. You know, a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And, of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
The Blazers are sending the second most favorable of their 2029 first-round picks,
All right.
and 2 second-round picks in the deal for Advia.
Can I say something? I see this in the chat right now. People saying Weaver sucked. Guess we should have took the handcuffs off him. Like, dude, this is one trade, and this is not a trade that you look at like, oh my God, the franchise changed for Washington.
I forgot Troy Weaver is already.
Like, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing here?
It's a good trade. He's also like in the office. He's not the GM.
Running the show. He's just there.
Exactly.
We know Troy's
What did he
fucking
get hired
ass.
as?
Dreamweaver.
I think he got hired as a senior advisor, which is what Dennis Lindsay just got hired as for Detroit.
I thought he's our vice president.
He is the vice president of basketball operations.
I thought he was senior advisor. So yeah.
But Troy Weaver is the front office senior advisor. Is a front office senior advisor.
Also,
Yeah,
there
doesn't get
were
credit for this.
clearly factions here when Troy was here.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, but also it's like, dude, this isn't a trade. Like he didn't pull off
He
3
does not get
seconds
credit
for
for
Luka
this.
Doncic.
Listen,
Like,
this is the guy that got Marvin Bagley and then let him go. Or not Bagley, I'm sorry. No, yeah, Bagley.
Yeah, they
For
had
nothing.
attached 2 second-rounders with him.
For nothing.
Yeah.
If you thought he structured this trade, you're out of your fucking noggin.
And it's a
Never
guy
mind,
who
not
basically traded Sadiq Bey for James Wiseman.
Yep.
Who, again, his rights were renounced today.
What?
Trader Troy, remember that?
I do. I believed in him.
Draft day was fun. They just did
I
not
believed in
fit
Troy.
together.
I did. And then he drafted Jaden Ivey.
I remember
It's
celebrating.
all downhill. To be honest, though, was it not all downhill after that pick?
no, it went back up like
Duren's
30
in there.
minutes later when they got Duren.
Yeah, that's right. By the way, I called that. Straight up. Got the tweet to prove it. Straight up.
We were partying at the draft day party down there. It was pretty hype. We got Ivy, then we left. Just started tearing up the town once we got Duren. It was electric downtown. I thought we were back to. I thought we had like the next 2 greatest like guards, and then Duren, absolute dog. I was excited, but things changed.
Caleb, I got a question because you want that fucking trash can Klingon.
No, I don't want him. I think he's a great player.
Okay.
My guy is Cody Williams. That's my guy.
If we took Klingon at 5, what do you do with Duren?
Well, I think you keep him, right? I mean, you still keep him. You shop him around, see what we can get for him. But if Jalen Duren ends up being our backup center, that's not a bad backup big to have. But you definitely shop him. You see what you could get for him, but at the end of the day, I think you keep him.
Sprinty. You're a big Klingon guy.
I don't want Klingon. I just think he's better than Zach Edey.
He is better than Zach Edey. At a lot, yeah, he is.
History.
Do you think Zach Edey's...
History tells you.
Do you think Zach... Were you just joking, or do you think Zach Edey's better than him?
He just trolls.
I'm just trolling Spinny. I think Zach Edey's better than what Spinny gives him credit for.
He's
though.
a fucking bum.
Like I really do think he's better than what
He's an
Spinny's
Edey
saying.
guy. He's a big Boston guy.
I mean, the stats don't lie what he did in
Michigan
college,
guy.
but he was so clunky and hard to watch in college.
No, he was. That's how it is there. But I think he'll be better than people are giving him credit for. He'll
What does
be
that
like
mean?
he'll be like I can't even say be like Bojan. Because Bojan can shoot.
You think Edey will be like Bojan? What? Why? There's nothing that would make...
Bogdanovich?
I just need you to
Bojan
touch me, that's all.
Bogdanovich?
Please.
Bobby?
He's thinking of Boban.
Oh, Boban.
Yeah.
Marjanovic.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. You said
I did say that.
You
could
said
be wrong.
Bojan. I was like, whoa,
I
what?
don't even think he could be Boban.
I don't think he can be
No,
Boban
I said
either.
Boban can shoot. That's
Yeah.
what I don't want to say he could be like, but
He'll be like the guy from fucking Happy Gilmore.
He'll be-
I believe that belongs to Mr. Gilmore. That's who
he
he
looks
is.
like that guy.
He looks like, and he runs like him too.
Is that Kool-Aid?
No, dude. That guy's like
No,
60
I can only
years
see the
old.
reflection. He's wearing a Kool-Aid outfit though. Someone Kool-Aid would wear.
He's got a walker, bro. No.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
He likes throws and starts dancing.
Yeah. It's cool. Look at this. Is that Kool-Aid? Is that racist?
I didn't know he was black at first. I saw it.
What? Then why'd you think he was Kool-Aid?
Because I'm looking at Chris. It was a reflection, so it's already like it's like fucking disformed and shit.
All right. Well, speaking of Kool-Aid, they got the draft show popping up after we get off.
So I thought
That'll
it was
do
him.
it for us today. 4 Easy. We got Mina Kimes tomorrow. Remember, Mina Kimes live
Yes,
on the
sir.
heavyweights. Make sure you guys tap in. 4 Easy, for Nick, for Caleb, for Chris. I'm Spencer. We're the heavyweights. No Matas. Draft Cody Williams. We'll see you guys later. Peace.